Okay, it's all yours.
It's Tuesday night. It's MPG night, and the Queen is dead. That's right. Last episode, the heroes defeated Queen Skier Cutler and her minions, but at the cost of Barent's life. Even Dex's tears were not enough to bring Barent back to life, and the heroes have teleported to Riverbend seeking help. The combat was fierce, and Barent almost went down earlier. And Terity was felled and covered in a mysterious sickly green light. Dahlgren was able to heal Terity back, but not Barent. The heroes looted Skier Cutler's body, but have not searched further. They have attained 13th level as they begin the day looking to restore Barent to life. And so you are indeed in Riverbend the next day, having stayed at, I think, the Speckled Toad in the slums. And you no doubt could go somewhere to get Barent restored. Is there somewhere you may have in mind in particular?
What's the local church?
There are many. There is certainly a church in Torag.
Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. First stop, Church of Torag.
Absolutely, and they know you well.
I don't dump Barent out of a bag like on their doorstep.
Not just knock on the door and run away.
I actually out of just sort of before we get into the temple, I reverently get help from my teammates to take him out of the bag as nicely and reverently as possible, and get some people to help me hold him because he's going to be too heavy for me to just carry, and then make our way up to the up the steps of the temple to the main area.
Terity, don't forget his skin over there.
What's that?
Don't forget Barrett's hand over there.
Oh,
It's not a cod piece.
as long as I can use the other bit I've got.
He just wanted to point the fingers.
Well, High Priest Valth greets you and says, "Yes, Dahlgren. We have met before, though you perhaps don't remember me. How can I help?"
Greetings, High Priest. My brother has fallen in battle against a fearsome foe. And if you could, we'd be eternally grateful if you could restore life to him.
Well, yes, I certainly could. But naturally, as you would know, the church doesn't run off nothing.
No.
Perhaps if you could donate some money to us.
Yes, of course, I understand. I would have done this before, just as a heads up, Andrew. Would I have had any idea about the amount that it would cost us based on what happened last time with, I think, Dex and all that sort of stuff? Would I know how much?
I think you were lucky in that Jimmy Rothbrook Jr. certainly did it for virtually nothing because he was in a village nearby.
He just wanted a donation.
Well, you'd saved a whole lot of people. I think you might have done one, but here, look, 500 gold pieces, you might get away with less if you want to make a diplomacy roll, but otherwise that would be not unreasonable.
I'm just going to take the 500 gold pieces off Barent. That's it, plain and simple.
Oh, yep.
It was cheaper last time.
You can't
He's got to
see
reach further into hell for you.
Come back, use your bat wings. No, so $500 off you, Sir Baron.
That's fine. Now I only have 20,000 gold pieces.
Shut up, you. Yeah. All right.
And they say, come back the next day.
Yep.
Come back the next day, and we will have hopefully, if Torag wills, restored Barent to life.
Thank you, and praise Torag.
Praise Torag, indeed. So the rest of you will need to pay for some accommodation. You can stay at the same place for you guys for 1 gold, covering everything for another night, if you wish, each.
I would rather stay in not the slums, if possible.
Done. A gold.
Somewhere sort of medium class.
Like 5 gold a night type medium class.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, my mum would approve.
Well, there is the Inn of the Wild Boar, which is in the city itself, popular with fighters and barbarians.
Hey,
You can pay 3 gold and get everything provided, as much food and drink as you can have.
right, sounds good. I'm up for that.
Is there a cemetery nearby?
There certainly would be. There's probably several.
Looking for some company?
I'm looking to get some company. Yes.
I'm out of here. I'm going to the inn.
So any you want to spend 1 gold, please take it off. If you want to spend 3, take it off, or let me know something else. If you're looking to spend the night in the cemetery, Von Aston, I guess that's possible. But no, you would know this would be a city that would probably frown on the dead being woken up for nefarious purposes.
Oh yeah.
Now that doesn't mean you can't do it, but it may not end well. Sure.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Undoubtedly, that will see you mixing with wealthy merchants and the like.
Yep. No worries.
And one of the top things on our list is to sell stuff that we don't require as well.
So on your list, you can make really 1 diplomacy roll, or someone can make a diplomacy roll, and I will hit the sell button at a certain then percentage for everything in your inventory, and can divide the money amongst everyone.
Yep.
And then you could make a diplomacy roll to apply a rough percentage to any items you wish to buy.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to donate. I'm going to put some stuff into the party sheet. That's worth a rather large sum.
Yeah,
I've
I've
got
got
a
handed
donkey.
over my stuff.
No.
What?
So please, so whatever items are left in there will be sold, and
All right.
when someone makes a roll, you can buy any item up to a worth of 10,000, any single item for up to 10,000 gold. Above that, we'll have to consider that on an individual basis.
Okay.
Now,
no worries.
question: does anyone want Gorham's Thorn?
Mm.
I'm gonna get rid of that because I want to upgrade the melee weapon to like plus 56,000 something or other.
Is there anything? No, I mean I won't use it.
Well, no, well, it's in there. So if people want to grab it, fill your boots.
We got potions. Got treasure in there. Potion of Pass Without Trace. That might be handy. Magic Sapling Rod. We've had that for a while, I think.
Yes, we have. Never really used it.
And never
because-
used it, and
No,
it's in there
because-
because people haven't used it.
Well, I just put it in there because we never needed it because we've got the Necromancer of Safety sleeping and shit, so which is good. So I might as well put that into a weapon or whatever.
Well, I think the Undead Great Axe is better for me than Gorham's Thorn, so I think I'll be alright.
What's the best weapon for a ranger?
I don't get your response there. Sorry, Andrew.
Well, it's really what you actually want.
Okay. And then we'll figure it
Whether
out.
it depends
after I've got my
what
list.
you want to use it for.
Yep.
That may help, which effectively would be used for the same thing. It depends whether you want it for your book or whether you want someone to cast it for you for something.
I'm after book stuff.
But I think in essence that's going to be the same there.
Alrighty, happy for that. I think that link you sent me to be the guide.
I don't want that. I'm sure you've got a much better charisma enhancement now, Mick, but there's the Ion Stone in there, but you probably gave that back into the... Okay.
Thank you.
No, I've got my... What about the +3 chain shirt for anybody? That's pretty decent, isn't it?
What have we got?
+3
chain shirt.
What have I got on?
+2
I
shirt.
was thinking, because I think
It's
Dex said
useful.
something about it a while ago.
I've +2 mithril chain shirt. So the mithril, I
The
think,
mithril.
is my full Dex. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right.
Probably better
Yeah.
just having the +2, but having it mithril, yeah.
I got it mithril already.
Oh, okay.
Need the Dex. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well,
I might be able to take that.
The chain shirt.
Oh no, bugger that.
Give
I
intelligence.
don't really want anything out of there.
Why is...
Look, I don't need the. Oh no, I'm going to keep that because my strength is not as good as it could be.
Should I get the mithril breastplate instead of my scale nail?
Well, so what, +1 mithril breastplate?
I'd say it depends on whether you want to play flavour or numbers.
I like flavor. I'm all about the lols.
Alright, we'll keep picking you up.
It's only +1 extra.
Well, he is lolling around doing nothing. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, I'm currently
Yep.
lots of bits still.
So the +3 chain shirt is +7 AC. The +1 mithril breastplate is +7 as well. So
+3. Go to
What
inventory.
about the
Belt of
magical
giant
sapling rod for you, Naroke, which gives you +5 competency bonus to survival checks?
The sapling rod?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put that back in there because I never really used it.
You just put it in there and then add it to your survival. As long as you're in the wilderness. Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh no, I just thought I'd get rid of it. Oh,
Nose picking thing.
interesting. That the belt of giant strength +4 doesn't automatically apply.
No.
no,
Equipment doesn't.
none of them do.
So, okay, so how do we do that again?
Just alter your stat in your...
So, if the strength's
Just go to main
17,
Yep, just put it up to 21. And then drag the thing into your inventory like normal. That's what I do.
is my strength supposed to be that high?
Supposed to be higher.
That I cannot help you with.
No, I was just looking at it. I've got strength 17, dex 20, con 12, intelligence, whiz, and charisma. I'm not very charismatic. So, therefore, if I'm wearing it, I should have 21 strength.
Rocky.
Is that right? I've already put it up. No, yeah, my strength.
Wow, that's a lot. Didn't know you were that strong, mate.
16, 15, 14, 13. 13, that 14 wisdom. No, I think I already upped it. We'll just leave it like that, just in case. Anyhow. I'm not that strong anymore. I was cheating.
That's right, so am I. I'm level 14.
Ah. Wait, so you've still got to go up to level 15 for this town. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's because he's like that weird older dude who like hangs out with the young kids at high school.
So me. In real life.
Uh,
You guys are like
No.
high school kids to me, so
Oh, hey.
age-wise.
Right, Grandpa.
Yeah. I
You're
turn
not 50.
old. I'm fucking close.
Oh, really?
As of Saturday week, I'm closer to 50 than 40.
Oh. I mean,
I wish
Andrew's
I was
older.
closer to 50 than 60,
Andrew's
but that's
older.
not the case.
I'm not
Well,
saying anything.
It looks like you're gonna have to make the diplomacy roll, Mick.
I will do.
I mean, once you get me up, I can.
He can
try.
get you up.
Does anyone have guidance or anything?
Plus 1d4.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, in the tower or in the open?
Oh, you can roll it in the open, Terry.
Come on, Tezza.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a big bonus.
I am a talker.
Well, that's a big city. Let's stick with just 90. So I'm going to gather everything that's in there is able to be sold. Is that the case?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, neither of you guys wanted the unholy symbol of Ergothoa, did you? On Aston,
Is that yours?
Baron?
160,334 GP.
There you go.
Fraggle Rock.
Oh, sweet.
And Andrew's only going to let us spend 60,000 of that.
No. You can make another diplomacy roll for purchasing items, and that would be up to the value of 10,000 gold for an individual item. Or change.
How do we find out the value of items again?
I think it's in the items list.
So, yeah, but I'm talking about, if I'm looking for a great axe, that's cool. But if I'm looking for a plus 52 great axe,
It's
weapon enhancement, or
it's complicated, but Fantasy Grounds doesn't do it nicely.
uh,
It's easy to look it up outside and then
In Hero Lab
Yeah.
or something.
oh, fuck, I don't have a hero. All right, I'll just
Yeah,
look it up outside.
what is it? Plus 1 is 2,000 and plus 2 is 8,000?
Yeah, I think so.
something like
Every extra bit you add on top is that next level.
That's right.
I'll find.
Yeah, so we're paying the in between costs, aren't we? If it's already one level of
Yeah.
enchantment, Andrew.
Yeah. Yes.
No worries.
I'm going to buy a magic dagger to replace my shitty stake I've been using.
Now, if anyone's doing that and you're waiting, then I will tack on at least the extra week. I'll know you'll be staying, and that will then mean you'll be paying for accommodation for that period.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. I'll let you know.
So if someone wanted to spend 10,000 on something and someone else wanted to spend 8,000 of their something, so we could get one thing that's worth 18,000, could that be a thing?
Yeah, no, because
No?
the individual item cost is more than 10,000.
Oh, so if I got half an axe, right, and then someone else bought the other half,
And then we just get it.
and then
we
I
get it
taped
welded
it.
together.
Yeah, I was just going to tape it
Together,
together, right?
Yeah.
Could that be a thing? Because I want a plus 3.
Some sort of Power Rangers where you all go together to make this.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, like Voltron,
Yeah.
but not. Oh, what a good one.
should I get Phantasmal Revenge? So if Baron gets exploded, I can cast Phantasmal Revenge on Baron, and his spirit essentially rises from his corpse and attacks the thing that killed him,
Corpse.
like Phantasmal Killer. And if it fails, if it fails, it dies. It's safe. If it succeeds, it takes 10 points of damage per caster level of the image. So it'd take like 130 points of damage.
Crikey. Just a big fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, it's nice theatrically. I'll give it that.
Melee weapon special abilities. Okay, cool. So if I get a plus 2 great axe, and then I roll. So, Godman, if I get a plus 2 great axe and then I roll a percentile, that's what tells me the special weapon ability. Can I have a special weapon ability, please?
You can. No, you don't have. I don't think. Oh no! I'll shut up. No, shut up.
Well, that's not a plus thing, is it? You've got to pay extra. That you want it to be an intelligent weapon or
That's
to add
correct.
extra bonuses.
Lightning.
And I would normally then jump into Hero Lab and add that stuff and let it tell me how much that then costs.
Oh.
So basically, it'll cost you, I think, 16 grand or something like that,
Oh,
or a
well.
+2 weapon with like a +2 bonus, like a second tier.
So a keen weapon with
exactly.
a +2.
Yep.
It adds the money of another +2 enchantment, basically.
Oh, so therefore it's over the $10,000. Therefore I can't get it.
No, it's not you can't. I think we'd just go to a separate diplomacy roll and, and essentially it's for me saying, let's not deck you all out in 40,000 gold piece items each that potentially unbalance the scenario.
Oh no, I still roll like shit, so it doesn't matter what I've got on.
It's perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Now, I think we have lost Mr. Smith.
Why?
Because he's
the real
in the game.
The
Damn
real
it,
Mr.
Andrew.
Smith.
All right.
There he is.
Oh no, he's back.
Okay, so how do you want to do this? I do a diplomacy roll, and you tell me if I can get a +2 great axe, and then I do another diplomacy roll and see if I can get a lightning or flaming or whatever. Because I was going to say I'm more than happy to get an ability, but have it randomly roll on the table to see what.
Well, you can ask. So +2 is what, 8,000. So that's that'll be part of the normal diplomacy roll. Whoever's making that.
Oh, okay.
And then I think you can just get someone to make an additional one, and for me to say, yeah, okay, that seems reasonable. They'll be able to do that as well.
Cool, because that'll be funny as.
So can we get the regular ones, or do we need to roll for everything, or what's?
I was just going to get one diplomacy roll where you can get anything up to any single item being 10,000 or less.
I've done that on.
And that's true, Michael. So, in fact, I'm just going to say you can get it for whatever that price is. So, obviously, Terity was exceptionally diplomatic, so it's just the price in the book up to any single item being worth 10,000 gold.
Can I beg and plead to spend 10,100 on one single item? It's GST. I mean, come on.
What is that item, Michael? You don't want to say.
Just a mithril chain shirt.
That'd be fine.
Thank you.
Am I alive yet? Sorry, I'm back.
Can we assume you guys are doing this the next day?
We can assume however you want it, sir.
All right. Well, let's assume you've had a lot of this stuff. Let's
We're waking up naked and we're like, we've bought everything. Time to go.
Yeah.
That's right.
You've
Hey, guys, how
sold
you
everything, and it is the next day. So that means, in fact, that next day means now you haven't paid for any further accommodation, and Barrett, you are back.
I paid for a very expensive accommodation.
Right, you dirt nap.
Can I upgrade any of my gear, or do I have to buy new gear?
No, you can upgrade, but this is where, let's say it's a +1 item. If you want to make it +2, you've got to find another 6,000 gold.
I have lots of gold. All I've spent gold on currently in this game is get myself alive again.
Which has been spent by other people on your behalf.
Yeah. Jimmy, what's his face? Just stole 200 gold out of my pocket.
That's right. Yeah, well, as he would.
Yeah. So if I was to upgrade the undead great axe, which is a +1 at the moment, to a +2, it would cost me 6,000. Is that what you're saying?
I think because it's undead bane, it's effectively +2, so you're going to +3.
Oh, even better.
Which is an equivalent +3, which I think is probably another 8,000 gold.
Something's gone screwy.
So he's saying you get +2, but because it's Bane, it's like an extra +1, but you still only get +2 damage extra.
Sure.
Now, Dahlgren, when you go to pick Barrett up from the church the next day, you find Girl Friday there. And Girl Friday hands you a very nice-looking box that seems to crackle with energy, has runes all over it, and opens it up and says, Dahlgren, I think now is the time for you to take this with Professor Lorimer dead and Bigglesworth seemingly reverted to being a bad wizard. A while ago, you had an accident, and this item was taken from you because you lost some of your powers. But I now return it to you, and inside is a long hammer.
Oh.
And I will add this to your inventory. Let me just see whether that works.
13, 8,
and no, it does. So it is in there. So there is a weapon that's a long hammer that has some things in there, and out of that, when you grasp it, you get a shock and get some of your memories back that you perhaps didn't realise you had. You remember that Bigglesworth was a leader in the Whispering Way, which is an order of necromancers, and had been chasing technology in the country of Numeria. And he was virtually untouchable until a half-orc called Uthgarion betrayed him with his squad of minotaurs. And that enabled you and your fellow members of the Order of the Palatine Eye to effectively get hold of him.
Yep.
And but he then gave you the slip, and you found him again in another dimension when he was trying to flee with. And you now remember the other people there were the Storm Tyrant Volstis and Volstis' brothers and father. But and there did seem to be another group of adventurers there, but you got your man as such with Bigglesworth and brought him back and applied wards to him so he couldn't use his powers. And I think you may remember even seeing him when he vanished from you lot before, his wrists glow, etc., and they were the wards. Yeah. But he had fled to the slums where he seemed to run a group of thieving children until you and Lorimer caught him in the sewers with the help of the children. And it was then when trying to break a barrier with this hammer that you suffered greatly, and Lorimer helped you as much as he could and sent you to the Swift Explorers Guild where you met Barrett and Dex. And then sometime later you were employed by Bigglesworth, who was now working at the university with Lorimer, so Lorimer could keep a closer eye on him. But Lorimer had died, and Bigglesworth had actually said, hey, I'd like to go to True Now. And obviously the rest of that you know, where you adventured to True Now, you met Naroke, and some point later Bigglesworth vanished and then has caused you some strife. Wow. But this weapon has some abilities, and it may be whether or not you wish to use it, but it does, by grasping it, give you those memories back, as well as having other capability.
I can see. I shall read on. Thank you very much, and I thank Girl Friday very much. Thank you for the generous. Really? Gift.
It is yours, Dahlgren.
It will be used to strike fear into the hearts of enemies and to bring justice.
Okay.
Exactly, and I think they are the words you uttered a long time ago. But it is good. Myself and Master Acorns it had been found by another group, and we have managed to bring it to you finally.
It is good to have her back.
Could I ask Teredy to possibly talk to whoever needs to be diplomatized to see if I'm able to get a special weapon ability added to this great axe?
It's done.
No. This is That applied to any item, but because he's now asking for something, Colin's asking for something greater than 10 grand.
Oh, okay. Sure.
If that's possible. I could do it myself, but I'm at a -2 disadvantage straight away. I mean, -2 fucking disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Well, they seem to pick on and say, is it for that halfie there? Sure, and you can add another 10% cost on.
Another 10% cost. Okay, so that's the percentile. What I get? Oh no.
You can pick the item, Colin. You don't have to. I mean, you're welcome
No,
to
you
roll.
don't have to, mate.
You can pick it.
That's just basically that table is for when they're encountered in the wild as such. Like if it's a random treasure or whatever. And that's what the DM used to do, is roll on it to see what the effect would be. But if you're getting it forged specifically for you, then no.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, that was going to be funny with it being unholy. See, that would have been perfect for Valis, but anyhow.
All right, Andrew.
Yeah.
Just to be a greedy piglet.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that I could add an effect onto my amazing hammer?
No. I think there's probably enough on there, given it is +3 with other abilities.
That's fine. All good. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
I'm going to be so uncreative and just upgrade my ring of protection.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, my cloak. Cloak of resistance.
That's what I was doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have one.
Do I have? No, I don't think I do.
Ooh, sweet. I can go to Cloak of Resistance +3. That's 9,000.
Nice.
Party Shack.
Matt. Natural.
Cloak of Resistance. Cloak of Resistance. Nice.
10 point of cold damage on a critical hit. Crit multiplier 3, you get 2d10s of cold damage.
And you can still wear rings of prot with armor, can't you?
Yep.
That's pretty tough.
Why do I have this disguise kit?
Just in case you want to...
You tell us.
Yeah, I know. It's for Terrorids.
It's our role playing.
Yeah.
Echo.
So you can paste feathers on your wings and pretend to be a good guy.
Hey guys, look, I'm a duck. I'm not sure that's how it works.
It's a deflection bonus, isn't it? Yep. The ring of prop. Yep, it is. Okay. Don't really need. I don't think I really need that.
All right.
And you're saying if we wanted to get existing armor or weapons upgraded or up enchanted, then we'd have to wait a week or something, didn't you say, Andrew?
I think given work done, yeah, you're going to have to wait a week. So each of you is just going to have to work out 7 days worth of whatever accommodation you want.
Yep. Roger. I'll do that.
Taking that off my GP already.
So we're just hanging out for a week?
Yes, another a week, so another 7 days worth. Von Aston, is it Von Aston with a T or with a D? Because I think you've written with a D, but you've also said with a T at other times. Or does it not really matter? It's both.
It's all his accent. It's Aston as well. It's his accent.
So how would I write it, given you've written it in 2 different ways as well?
Say we'll go with the D, since
D.
I've done it with the D.
No, yep.
Eric.
Excellent.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ooh, scrolls. I can get some scrolls.
I need to create.
Can I get some Duelist fan braces? Yeah, 8,000 gold.
Well, that seems all good.
Cool. Awesome.
So D12 plus 2 attack.
I mean, it's not like that you're about to, hand over all your items, get dressed in just penitent robes, and then suddenly fall deep below the earth after a Balor demon attacks the town.
Yes, Andrew.
How to add holy. Okay. So it's only against evil alignment creatures. Gotcha.
Boo.
And now I need to duplicate that
Golden boulder helmet. Sweet.
weapon. We want
That's great.
holy. Plus 2 holy damage. Let's see if I can make that wider so I can read the fucking thing. D6. 2d6 points of damage against all evil. Be right back, boys.
Fuck.
I am done.
Excellent.
I'm nearly done too.
I'm pretty sure I'm done.
Throw my money away. How much is that freedom of movement stuff? Because that seems really good.
40.
Ban it, Andrew. Ban that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being.
40 grand.
Oh man,
Oh, dang it.
I'll have to get a poor man's version.
Though you
Is
do
there a
notice
poor
Von
man's
Aston,
version? It's,
we do notice
only
Von
once
Aston
a day
wearing
or some
the
shit.
Von Aston wearing the robe, staff, and ring of the Arch Magi.
Yes, cut them into bits, paid for them individually.
Can I possibly buy some more healing potions?
Absolutely, at just the cost price.
What's the cost price?
Whatever
50
they're
gold
listed
for
for.
light.
Yes,
Where do I
that's
find them?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I think I know it could be in the.
Items. If you go to items on the right hand side, as long as you got all the modules open.
No, that's Crystal of Healing Hands and Staff of Healing. No.
Get a potion? Is that right?
Cure. That's cure, not healing. From memory.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
So also,
50
if you're
for
gonna,
light, 300 for moderate, 750 for serious.
I'm going to get some serious. 750. Let's crack out my calculator.
He's just walking around, ting, 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 ting.
Potion.
5 million of them.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Have you not played Diablo?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get 8 of.
If you want, you can potentially get a scroll of regenerate, and basically get the regenerate one on you for like a proper tough fight.
All right.
So it's a one use only. It's 2,000 for the scroll, but you can use it on you and yeah. Look at the spell regenerate now.
730, 750 times.
So the spell regenerate will regenerate cures 4d8 points of damage plus 1 point per caster level per round.
So that's all right for me.
Right, potions of haste.
All right,
Oh,
actually,
the unfettered shirt.
And
Awesome.
and it'll be
So-
and it'll go for 2d10 rounds as well.
like
So
it'll
maybe
continue to regenerate me, or it'll.
yeah, for 2d10. So say you roll 15 or 20 for the amount of hit point damage, then you roll 2d10 dice and say you get 10, it'll heal you a total 200 hit points
Dang.
across 10 rounds.
All right, I'm gonna get that.
But you might need Dahlgren to use it on you.
Oh, I'm a
I'm
spellcaster,
Not a divine one.
but if I get just the scroll, I can just use it as.
You have to pass certain checks and things.
Oh, okay.
I think it has to be a spell on your spell list.
I'm just reading use magical device right now.
Or UMD, yeah.
Use magical device 20 plus caster level. For the scroll, the caster level is a minimum of 7, so that'd be 27 or 34, depending on how you interpret caster level. So it's a pretty big one. Whereas if you give it straight to Dahlgren, he should be able to use it without that check. That's my understanding. Oh, voice in the
Alright.
sky, is that right or not?
Gonna do whatever it says. I haven't looked it up for a long, long time.
Emulator class feature. Oh, minus
much
the
is that?
20. So you basically just need to beat the caster level.
But I think you have to be trained, don't you, in use magical device? Trained only, so you'd need to have training in it,
Dahlgren, are you trained in it or not?
No,
or have it on your spell list. I think.
No, you don't have to be trained in it to use it if you can use it as part of your class,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like if it's
yeah.
divine or arcane and you're divine or arcane caster. So I can use it without any check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what if we come up against like a really big slogging baddie, that's the nuclear regenerate button, if that makes sense.
All right, well, I'll buy one then.
Since you got money to burn.
Yeah. And actually, I'll just hand it off to Doldrin.
Okay. Right.
Use this on me.
Only me.
All right. But you have to tell me when.
Well, if I'm dying, go
You'll
with
have
that.
to tell me when.
I will.
Roger.
Otherwise, he'll wait till he's a very old dwarf and use it on himself and get another century.
Magical
Aye.
pouches.
I'll tweak that. So I'm at 20. Green protection. Protection 1 to 2. Barrett,
Aye.
make sure when you get like a ring of deflection and an amulet of natural armor on the combat tab, you put it under the correct category in there. So you got your base armor, and then ring of natural armor. Amulet natural armor will be under the nat one.
I thought
ring
that
of protection will be under 2. Will be under the def for deflection, etc. And if you have dodge, it'll be under dodge. It doesn't happen auto magically, unfortunately.
I don't know what you're saying. I mean, I know the words.
Under combat, under your combat tab,
Yeah.
you know, when you've got, for example, an amulet of natural armor,
Mhm.
there's a tab there for in your armor class up the top there that says nat, and that's where you added the bonus.
There's def. Yeah.
Nat,
Did
def,
I not
dodge,
have it?
miscellaneous size.
You didn't. I think I did one last week, but if you're going to buy additional stuff this week, that's what I mean.
I don't know what to buy. There's too many options.
Or the basics, things that protect you, things that
some
protect your head, and things that protect your saves.
items. Dodge. Something to dodge. No, nothing dodges.
Nothing. So
Don't
dodge
worry about
is what do you call it? Is literally the feat dodge.
Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
Have you leveled up?
Yes.
Okay. So you got a feat with that as well, or you're meant to get a feat with that. And if you got the feat,
Yes.
dodge, that's where you put your dodge bonus.
Okay.
If you want to do that, that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If.
Baron, there is a beautiful tower shield available. Lovely longsword motif on the front. Looks like it's a family, crest, a family item heirloom. Clearly lost by someone.
Tower shield. Wouldn't it be like
He's selling off your stuff, Mick.
75 times the size of me?
Yes. Well, I think one of the owners was about 5'4" at one point, but then decided they were actually much taller.
Oh, good. No, I don't get a feat at 13. I got a feat at 12.
Yeah, you do. Everyone does.
Yeah.
At 13.
So you get feats that are general, like everyone gets under character advancement,
and
then
the
you get ones
classes
that
get
are
them at different
specific
levels too.
to the class.
Oh.
So you
Now,
do.
Baron, did you drag over? You did drag
did.
Blood Rager over, I think. So it might have listed it in your thing and said extra feet.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay. So you have to
grab
use
it. You just have to do
it. Gotcha.
Yep. So this will be your third feat out of character advancement and then Blood Rager.
I've got 1, 2, 3 outside as well, or three Blood Rager feats.
So Bloodline feats.
Yeah, the Bloodline feats. Yep.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3 at 12. Yeah. So you should have 3 Bloodline feats and 3 general feats.
Yeah.
You can cast 6 level 1 spells. Holy shit.
Yes.
So
I still don't know how to set it up so I can highlight my different spells in different levels.
you just have to drag and drop them into the correct bracket. Does that make sense?
I don't have any other. I've only got a level 1 bracket and a level 2 bracket.
So up the top, there'll be something that says Blood Rager or something like that with a CL.
Yep.
Then a number, then CC. Click on the magnifying glass next to that.
Yeah.
And it will pop out and it'll give you 0 through to 9 for spell levels and things like that. And you should have. We'll start with 6 level 1, 5 level 2, 4 level 3, 2 level 4.
6, 5, 4, and 2.
Yep. But what's your charisma score?
Charisma is 13.
13. So that's your casting bonus one. So you'll get an extra spell, I think, out of that. But yeah. That's probably enough to bend your mind, and we can refine it a little later.
Yeah, my brain. Yes. Good to know. Thank you.
So for the remaining 4 items in there, do you want me to sell those, or do you want to just hang on to them in the big bag of holding?
Let's save them, I reckon.
Yeah, just save them up for the next run.
All good? All good. So you've currently had this week in Riverbend. You realise you had virtually left only searching Queenskier Cutler when you teleported out. Certainly in Oroke, you will be hearing your potential stepfather in your head saying, remember, you're to search for the location of the fire giant base. It must be in there somewhere. And in any event, you would realise that there must be other treasure that Gear Cutler had.
Relay the thoughts of this back to all, saying, we probably should go back into this quiz.
Yeah, dang it. And dang it.
And try not to die this time or something.
I'll do my best.
Wink,
We were
no,
too
and
hasty.
then wink at Baron.
I got heals now.
Us all the betters. Shut up, fuckers.
Alrighty. If we're ready, I can do teleports.
All right, I'm good.
Ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling.
Has everyone finished shopping?
I think so.
I'm trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just found a ring for you, Barrett.
Sure.
Ring of powerful blood magic, 3,000.
I got money.
Yep. So the wearer of this ring, when the wearer of this ring is a blood raging, then casts a spell as a swift action, they increase the save of the DC by 1. You can do this 3 times a day. So basically, it makes them harder to resist you.
Ring of powerful blood magic?
Yes.
Cool. Because they've also got vengeful. blood magic.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah, baby.
that's only 5,400.
Yeah. It allows me to cast a spell as an attack of opportunity 3 times a day.
Probably not what you're after.
No. Ancestral blood magic. Ooh. There's a cool one. There's an ancestral blood magic which allows me when I'm blood raging to cast a bonus spell from my bloodline without expending a spell slot.
Was that ancestral or incestral?
Yes.
I
¿Por
heard,
qué no los dos?
Both
I
at
heard,
once.
I heard ancestral, and I'm like, fucking, that's cool.
I fuck my sister and I get an extra spell. I get more spells.
Golly.
She cast a spell on me.
Oh,
How many
snap.
how many spells how many rings can you have on?
2.
2.
Oh, I got 10 fingers.
And a doodle.
I was going to say, don't forget you're Prince Albert.
And some toes.
Alrighty. So, is we ready?
You have all her comment.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, if you're not, you're not. Just say so.
Yeah, I'm all good.
I'll make a cover if we're not.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Okay, so you teleport back to the throne room.
Yep. Patink.
And let me actually just get that image up. For those who were not there.
Hey, Barrett, you died and got
Right.
spread over that type of area.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, thank you for picking me up.
It wasn't easy.
That's awesome shit.
Nothing worthwhile ever is.
And you see the
Well,
door
let's
to
not
the
push it.
north is open.
Just practicing. Oops.
And there is a figure sitting in there who is Naximura, who says, from all that you can see, is saying, I wondered when you'd arrive.
And roll initiative.
Well, we can do that.
And I'm not suggesting it. Just
Going to
As
turn-based
you let
mode.
3 arrows go.
just preempting. And I'll choose a square.
He is saying the fire giant's base is located in the writings of Skier Cutler. What have you done with her treasure, particularly her mail coat? Have you still got it?
So just to confirm, I'm guessing that was a +3 chainmail or chain shirt.
It was the chainmail of warding, and it was +1 or 2, I think. So I did see it sold. It was still in there when it was sold.
So we just sold it?
You sold it. Do you not realise that without that being destroyed, Skier Cutler will reform?
No, we didn't know that. For fuck's
Oh,
sake.
awesome.
How
I
would
mean,
we?
it's now
Well,
the store owner's problem.
Person who
No backsies.
they can hire us to get rid of any ghosts. That's right. Nice.
The businessman amongst you.
That's how capitalism works.
How long until she comes back? We'll return.
It could be any time,
Oh, great.
but
Well,
you must.
Wait, like here or?
In a
It
throne room?
would most likely be where the chainmail shirt is
Oh,
itself.
crap.
That's obviously not with you, as has been pointed out. Naximura says, though, but this location I cannot go to. I do not want to alert Volstis, but you can go there and take down more of Volstis's armies until he himself is vulnerable. Free my kind. Take this information. The other trinkets here are of no use to me.
Just want to check. There's nothing else you want to tell us about?
After?
There's no other gear that we should get and burn, or no lockets, not like you had time to tell us. I just want to make sure you're not skipping out on another thing now.
Hey! Naxamura's been a great ally and has watched all of our exploits so far.
And I'm just trying to help him communicate. This is what you do with other people.
From a distance, he's watched everything we've done.
You teleported too fast. I was unable to. I had no idea where you'd gone. I waited here and waited and waited.
No, I appreciate that. But when we spoke last time, perhaps you could mention something.
That was a while ago. I did not think you would get here so quickly.
Well, it's on you, really.
Well, it's going to be on whoever's got the mail coat.
Does this mean we should go back and fix it?
For fuck's sake.
We'll go back and...
But needless to say, press on. Take out Volstis and his allies.
I.
Oh, we can do that.
But he says, but come here. And I mean, obviously, you guys are having this conversation. So he is in this room here.
Oh.
And you guys are teleported back to the top of the dais where there's a lot of blood that's dried up from Barrett. Because Ski Cutler didn't have much because she was dead.
Didn't need it.
Do I start like sweeping up my blood and like trying to? What do I do with this?
I don't think you need any more of it. I mean, you've regenerated yourself with the use of Torag or through Torag.
Praise Torag.
Lick the floor and go,
Torag.
Barrett. No, so we've had a good rummage and found all that we need to?
Well, no. If you wish to move your characters into the northern room, you will be able to do so. This chamber that you are now moving into appears to be a private mausoleum. There are depictions of a frost giant army smashing down the walls of Kellid and Ulfin, which I think are settlements in the north, leading captives away in chains. There is an enormous bier bereft of coffin or sarcophagus. And there is runic writing here, which in Giant, and I know some of you can read that, says Skier Cutler, Jotun's Dottir, and it has a single date, 29 Cathona 4378 AR, along with the term Ashen Morn. If anyone has knowledge religion, they could make a roll.
I'll assist. Not away from a computer.
Okay, well, I'll assume you make the 10 to assist, so you get +2. Ash.
All right. Well, I didn't put it in, and so +2.
Well, both Terity and yourself do know when I find what I've covered up that must be the specific day that Skier Cutler rose from the dead.
Mm.
What you do find, and I will put this if you wish to take it all. Let me go party sheet. There is 130 platinum pieces, 4,260 gold, 7,834 silver. So there is certainly a treasure trove. There is some amethysts. There is a drinking horn of bottomless valor.
That's the best type of valor.
Indeed. There is a staff of frost, a winter wolf headband, there is a map, and certainly it is a map labelled Ash Peak. and it indicates a dormant volcano in the southern Mindspin Mountains, and along with the names Hytarian and Quivixia, and it would say Elite Training Academy. And there are 2 lists of giant names. One is a list designated Advanced to Elite Training and includes a scrawled note that reads, the ATHAX graduation is not an option. And the second list is titled Competency Course Passed, Need Reassignment. And Narok, you certainly hear a voice saying, yes, get closer, look at that map.
He's getting a little bit more used to the voice in his head, so he actually listens to the voice and gets closer.
Yes, well, Narok, you then look and you can feel the joy coming through from obviously Bigglesworth, and he says, "At last, I have the location." And he says, "And now I can put my plans into motion." He then shows you an image and says, "And at last, I will reunite you at some point with your mother, but she has other things to do now." And you see this image of Leslie Crumpkin holding a dagger to your mother's throat. And Bigglesworth says, Ash Peak is too remote for a demonstration of my power. Leslie, kill the bitch. And Narok, you notice this dagger draw across your mother's throat and the blood pour out as she collapses to the ground. And Bigglesworth simply walks away and the vision fades. And you feel a terrible sense of loss, a great disturbance in your force. What would you like to tell the others, Narok?
At the moment, there's not much. I'm processing. Speaking of myself in the third person, Narok's currently processing what he's just visioned. Sort of sits down on the edge of this with his legs hanging down. Everyone, I've just had another vision. I don't know how to say what I'm about to say, so just listen. I think Bigglesworth has just killed my mum. And hangs his head down.
How do you know, Narok?
I had a vision of him and that crazy, do you remember that crazy nutbag bitch that was pointing and abusing my mom and us and stuff when we were in town, one of the towns, I can't remember. I had the vision, Bigglesworth was there, the crazy bitch had the knife to mum's throat. I walked closer because I've been listening to him to look at the map, and he goes, now I can see the location and blah blah blah, I can get my plans in order, you can kill the bitch. And he cut my mum's throat and then the vision ended. So I don't know what the fuck's happening, but
is this happening now, or is this something that's going to happen? Did you get a sense of that?
Not off the top of my brain hole.
Well,
you think it was real time, Narok?
Yeah, I think it was real time. I could see the time in the corner and it matched my watch. Yeah. Okay. It was now.
Well, I mean, can Von Asden, can
you take us there?
Can we teleport there, like now? Go?
I need to know the location.
It is true now. Well, you would expect it's true now. And Narok, you thought it looked, the background looked like your house, Mum's house.
It's Mum's house and true now. I don't like asking you for help because you're a fucking psycho that talks to dead people. But
You may need me for your mum tonight.
If you want to take my dead mum on, go for it. But just saying, we can
The
go.
teleportation door appears.
Fucking Narok's bolted through it. He's
Let's go.
like wherever he has
Okay,
to run to.
teleport to True now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got that extra teleport in today.
Vortex.
And with Naximura saying, but the fire giants.
They'll still be here, I say as I run through the portal.
And you guys appear back into True now.
We'll do this. We'll fix up the chain shirt thing. Then we'll
And then we'll be back.
fucking do it. Gee.
You arrive in True now,
Yeah,
and
that's
you can certainly, be close enough that you presumably, Norek, you're faster than anyone else to get to your mother's house.
Mm-hmm.
The door is open. Sorry?
Barge straight in and just start
barge
running
straight in.
around looking.
Yep. And you can see that there's an area now looks familiar to you, and there is Leslie Crumpkin, hair dishevelled, holding this knife with blood on it, just scrawling things in the floor as if she's lost her mind, although I think you realise that before. There's a large pool of blood, and that's all you can see.
Let me just do a quick roll. Fuck. He gets his great axe in his hand and just goes full force towards her, and as if he's going to take her head clean off. Her head clean off.
She says, "Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! I did what was asked."
Slam the great axe into the wall above her head, grab her by the throat, pin her up against the throat, up the wall, and say, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Very, as in, scary as I could.
My man, Bigglesworth. He only wanted me. That's why I was just doing what he wanted. But he's gone with her and the body for God knows what. But he's mine. He said I could have this house, live here. He'll visit. I'm sure of it. He wants me. I know that. I've done everything he asked. And she just keeps repeating that over and over.
Look at Terity. If you can do something with this, please do. Otherwise, I'm going to end it. Rip my axe, drop her to the ground, and walk out and stand outside.
I pull out my great axe and take her head off.
I think you
I don't have a great axe.
but there's one on the ground.
Lend your mind.
Pulls out his great ass. What?
I turn to Dex and say, "Dex, do you want to grab the authorities?"
Yeah.
Cast sleep on her.
I go to sleep.
Okay. That potentially makes her a more viable target for one of your party members.
No. We stand over her.
Am I missing something? Is his mother actually there?
No.
Or
No,
is she
there's a
being
massive
taken with Bigglesworth?
pool of blood, and she has said, I did what was asked. I mean, she's asleep now, but that's what she said. And Chief Defender Halgra arrives and says, "Narok, word's gone out. I'm terribly sorry. Bigglesworth, he clouded everyone's mind. He had this ability to influence people." And some of that when you last saw it. Yeah. He could do it for good, but clearly he could be very persuasive.
Yeah, no, Narok is just too wound up and too emotional at the moment, so he's just walking back and forth out the front, trying to just not go anywhere near anything or do anything, because he's gonna. Oh, I should have gone up a fucking level and not gone ranger. Should have gone barbarian. That would have been so cool. Had his first barbarian rage out. No, try not to channel his inner green skin effectively.
I go over to Narok and just look up at him and place my hand towards him and say, I am sorry for your loss. Do you need something to help you clear your mind?
Probably just to be able to go for a walk in a forest.
Well, this may help. And I cast Calm Emotions.
So with his emotions,
I think you might have to, Naroki. I think you'll have to make a save because I imagine you're that wound up that you'll have to see if you
will or fortitude, like
Charity will tell you.
I will. It will be a willpower save, DC 17.
Okay. Well, you have calm right down, Naroki, which will let you
Effectively.
look at things more logically.
So if he's gone into that, then he'll just go into basic routine, which is when he does his thinking. So he'll just sit straight on the ground where he is and start sharpening like arrowheads and go, okay.
I place my
But I
hand
mean,
on his shoulder and then just
we
turn
were
and walk
able-
off.
Where did they go? Why did he do it? What the living fuck? And then start just sort of repeating that as he's trying to process what's going on.
Yep. Yep. You know,
is
Chief
the
Defender
watch
Howard talks to the
captain
rest of
guy
you.
like? Yeah.
Sorry, Dex.
Oh, I was just going to ask him if he knows which way the Bigglesworth went. Has he left town or is he still here or whatever?
No one has seen Bigglesworth since they know he was in the house, and Leslie seemed to suggest that he'd gone with the body before she herself went to sleep.
Okay. So probably magically.
Almost certainly.
Cool.
But Howdra will offer you the town's watch to assist in any way, shape, or form to stay with you guys. You can use that place. You can use others. Obviously, you guys are heroes in this town. They'll put you up for as long as needed.
What do they do with the crazy woman?
They say it's just such a sad case. It was obviously beyond her control, and they will probably take her to a room where she can't hurt anyone and watch over her and hope that she gets better or can spend her final days without the burden of Bigglesworth, at least.
Well, it sounds like Bigglesworth is going to Ash Peak.
That is absolutely true.
Baron,
Well, let's get after him.
do you want to have some words with Narok?
No.
I figured
Best answer ever. That was awesome. No.
Unexpected answer.
Not particularly. I'll follow him anywhere.
Sneak up on him then.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Von, do you need to rest before we
What you doing in a bucket?
head back?
Yes, I'm out of teleports, so I'll need to stop here for the night before we can teleport back to the altar in the room and taking out flame giants.
Then I asked Baron to accompany me while we go and acquire a keg and
Hey,
a heap of cups.
I cast engorge. Sorry, enlarge. But let's go.
So, Chief Defender Howgrid does tell you, look, please watch over Narok. This is obviously a very distressing time. We're happy to hold a service here if that would help Naroke. Or, of course, we can delay it on the assumption that you might track down this Bigglesworth and get the body. But she does pull out from the house Naroke's mother's hook knife, which was something used by residents of True Now to defend themselves and commit the final act of suicide if they were going to be overpowered by orcs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something quite precious and individual to people. And however holds that out, Naroke, if you're there, you can take it as a memento.
We'll definitely take that.
I will add that into your character sheet.
Thanks,
or inventory.
Yeah.
Nowadays we can bring her back, can't we?
Well, you would need something to be able to do that.
Like she's been defiled.
Is that
more than normal?
Is that how that works, Dolgar? Can we bring her back, or?
Well, it depends on how far gone she is. In order to raise her from the dead, she can't be gone any more than a couple of days maximum.
I can head in there and press the digitation and get all the blood together, and we can attempt it from that.
I'm leaving you to that.
Naroke just puts his hands up.
I don't know if that's how it works.
I would not suggest any sort of dark rites, but I'll go for
a matter of perspective, Dolgar.
Demon mother.
My perspective is to leave.
And I voted myself off the island. Fuck that shit.
We can certainly just assume you stay the night unless there's something you want to do today.
I want to see those gnome engineers I invested over 6,000 gold with.
Well, let's roll a percentile. There's a 50% chance, Dex, that they happen to be in town.
Okay, yeah. So over 50 and they're in town. Oh, they're out of town.
Sadly, Orog, Oak, and the rest of his engineers are out of town.
They fled with my money, the bastards.
I was just thinking that. There's a 10% chance they've not pissed off with your money. Oh dear, they've pissed off with your money.
Just gives me more people to kill.
This is true.
Heroically.
Well, what did they owe you, Dex?
They owe me 6,100 gold, 1,600 silver, and 3,800 copper.
Oh, that's right. The bank.
Not that you keep reference at all about that matter at all.
I think you should conclude they would be able to give it to you if they were in town.
Oh yeah, that's okay then. That's fine.
Yeah. But yes, I've clicked Night's Rest. It's a new day.
Right.
Where would you like to go? What would you like?
Are we worried about the Horned chain armor, or are we just going straight after Naroke's mum?
Well, I'm a bit worried about it. Yes.
I think the issue might be tracking it down, but it wouldn't be impossible to do so.
In all honesty, I've accepted what's happened, so we probably should try and do something we can affect. So let's have a look for this armor and see if we can destroy that. If people still want to try and find the armor and destroy
I think
save the world and all that stuff, because aren't we heroes? But
yeah, I think we owe it to them, because if she comes back, she's not just going to kill one; she's going to fucking massacre a shit ton of people.
Let's put the lives of many once again in front of the lives of a few. Absolutely. As heroes, we owe this. Blah blah. Fucking let's go kill something.
Well, if you so you're going to teleport to Riverbend, Von Aston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I thought it was in Trinawa we sold it, but okay.
No.
Okay.
You were in Riverbend. True Now certainly would be big enough for your buying spree. So in Riverbend, look, let's assume you know who you sold it to, and you can make a diplomacy. Someone can make a diplomacy roll to chat to them.
That would not be Naroke by.
What about intimidate? This is your one opportunity to sell it back to Taunted.
No, that's absolutely right. Yep.
Let me. I'm not really good at it though.
Where's Charity?
I'm here. I'm just waiting to see if Naroke wanted to.
Probably, I'm thinking we can start with the carrot and end with a stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were in here about a day ago, and we left a chain mail shirt. We sold it to you by accident. It was in a whole pile of gear. We were just wondering if you still had that.
Well, I mean, obviously you are indeed a songbird in name and nature, and the person says, yes, I remember that. Who took that? One of those armourers lives near the city wall, near the Spy Keep Gate. Yes, Red Blaster, I think was his name. Try over there.
Any relation to Master?
Oh, he might be, yeah. No, good. I don't know, though, but Red picks up those sort of items and reconditions them and flogs them off.
Fine. Well, thank you for your help. Is that enough information for us to head over?
Yeah.
Andrew? Okay.
I think that would be, yep. So
Right.
you get to a door if you're going there.
Yep.
And the door just opens, and you see a scene of destruction and a body that looks dead with red hair, and that is all.
Close the door. So
Eldrin,
we will never
is that
hear
your
today.
cousin?
Not all redheads are related.
Oh,
Open
sorry,
the door
Darren.
again. Is it
Oh,
a
really?
dwarf?
No. Look, it wasn't Red Blaster. I mean, it's not a dwarf. It looks human.
Peer in, look around, see no one, cast detect magic.
There's no magic left here. Anyone can make a perception check. There's a lot of people with some very good perception here. You notice a couple of kids sort of staring at you from across the road.
Oi, kids.
Oi, brew.
I
you-
go up to the kids looking like one myself.
Which you do. You can make a diplomacy roll.
Little children.
Anyone who's talking to them can make a diplomacy roll. I think Terity, that's still, as you know, not a fail, but not a bad roll. But Barron's sort of similar. I mean, the kids seem quite frightened, and they say, why are you here? It was so bad. What happened? We don't know. Leave us alone.
I hold up a small, some silver coins.
Yeah.
Does this jog your memory? What happened here?
Yeah. Can I feel it?
Let my ears hear those words of truth come from you, and then you may feel more than just one.
Oh, and the other one says, that's just like that half. What was his name? Fez Obama. He liked that too. And they say, there was a loud noise. We were here, and the door burst open, and it was really weird. Out comes this 8-legged sort of horse thing with its head chopped off, like the body of a giant, and its head was lopped off, though it was holding it in its hand, and riding it was this giantess who looked dead, and she seemed to mouth the words, "To Ash Peak we must go."
I give them a gold each because that was a pretty good recall.
Yeah, I'll give that to them.
Oh, and they're extremely excited by that.
Now remember, along with these coins that you never received, you never saw us.
Oh, we understand. Yeah, no, thank you very much. We're going to go back to the building site where our fellow children are.
Excellent. So, Andrew, where's the next closest city that I can go and work as a bard away from everybody?
Quick career change.
We're not done with you yet.
Riverbend is quite a huge. It's a relatively large city. You would certainly be able to go there, but there would be other towns which I'm hastily looking up now. Are you likely to go somewhere, Terry?
No, it's all good.
If you want, I can accidentally set the building on fire.
No, it's fine.
They're not going to find much there. Just dead corpse and a ruckus.
As long as people have stopped carving my name in people's asses.
Oh, yes, thank you for the reminder. Pull out dagger,
that's
go
right.
back inside. No. Barrett was here.
So, what was it? Ash Mount?
Ash Peak.
Was where they had Ash Peak.
Do you...
Have we been there?
Yeah.
No.
When she came back, did she have Baron? Was he carved on a bow?
Well, so you would know where you are that the largest cities in Nimrathas are Skelt and Rosla's Coffer, and Trunau is in fact the largest city to the north in the hold of Belkson. Or in Varizia there is Yanderhof to the west.
Has any of us heard of Ash Peak?
No. Or you may have heard as individuals, but as characters, I'm not convinced you have
that's
heard
what I'm
unless
talking about.
I've written something to you and you have that.
So, knowledge, geography, or
Uh,
that wouldn't be assistant.
Look, that's true. Look, if you've got knowledge geography, make a roll.
Aha! I am actually fucking trained in it.
Finally
Keep
get to
saying
use
that.
it.
I've never used it before, ever.
I'll lean in to assist. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Terity, yeah, you assist, and you guys think, look, yep, the Mindspin Mountains, dormant volcano, apparently dormant volcano, but it is an inhospitable part of the world, and while there's a lot of forest around it, sort of as you get closer, it just becomes slag and the remains of when the volcano burst its top last time. But there's nothing in particular that is sort of drawing your attention to it. But I think it's about 7,000 feet tall, so it's quite large. It is probably enough, Von Aston, for you to teleport to roughly close by. I mean, you wouldn't be right next to it, but you could get roughly to the region if you wish to.
Shall we head to that rough region?
Yeah, let's rough it.
Are we skipping encounters and XP as we go?
I thought we were just speed running it.
Speed running. Yeah.
I mean, you might estimate it could be 12 days of travel from Trunau. From Skiergard, which is, obviously on from Trunau, or you could teleport.
Teleport.
We can teleport. Absolutely. Patink.
Okay. So
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to
noting
get
your second
heroics one as
teleport-
quick as we can.
Sorry, Dave?
What'd you
What'd
say,
you say,
Dave?
Dave?
I'd said, yeah, we're trying to get to Naroke's mum as quick as we can, so teleport rather than run, whatever.
So Naroke, do you want
Yeah.
to sort of scout out this area, so we can figure out where we're going? And if you're interested, I can conjure up a phantom steed for you that can walk over water and actually has airwalk as well to speed this search up.
Sure.
Okay. Pating, you see a phantom steed appear in front of you, perfectly adjusted for your size.
Oh, on a right, you can go hi-ho silver.
And
Yeah.
away.
It can ride over sand, muddy, or even swampy ground without difficulty or a decrease in speed. It can use water walk at will, and the mount can use air walk at will for up to 1 round at a time, after which it falls to the ground. So it'll move 60 feet in the air at a time. And you got that for the next 13 hours.
Thank you.
Or 100 feet per round, sorry. Phantom Steed has a speed of 20 feet per caster level to a maximum of 100 feet at the 10th.
Wow. Pretty awesome.
So touch the horse, pat the horse, mount the horse, steed thing. Adjust myself, look around at everyone like, not sure I'm comfortable here, but hi-ho, phantom steed and away. And start riding in a direction.
Well, it's you certainly can see Ash Peak, lots of clouds around the top. It would seem to stand out. And when you ride around, you find on the western side, about 100 feet off the base, an entrance. And you can sort of just, you peer, and as you ride past and you see there is a portcullis. And you catch giants with flaming hair sort of in there. And that's enough for you to think that is probably, if not the main entrance, an entrance to this fire giant base. From looking at the maps and now riding around, everything's sort of, there's this slagged area, because I think you guys are probably just off where the forest is, and you can see this massive mountain being Ash Peak within the Mindspin Mountains appear up to the clouds, and here is the entrance.
Okay, ride back around to the party. Inform I found on the western side there is an entrance about 100 feet up, I believe it was. There's portcullis, and first time I've ever seen a giant on fire, or fiery type giant.
As per the background now of the fire giants.
So we have an inn.
Ooh.
If we want to go along.
So 100 feet up?
Well, I mean, it's not like up. You walk up it. It's just not at the base of the mountain. It's not.
Not cliff face. Just
Yep. Okay.
Further on.
I mean, from listening to it, Von Essen, you'd think it's probably like one of the lava tubes into the middle. That's now no longer got lava in it, because it would apparently be dormant, and so that would be one way of getting inside the mountain.
Are we speed running it, or are we being careful?
Well, I don't think it's going to matter, because we're going to have to encounter, whatever's going to happen to us is going to happen. So we just
think we should just move as, like, not uber quietly, but go. Try and be quiet, but do a bit of a secret or invisible scout if we can, and then just do it.
I could be rather sneaky and do flying invisibility, then drop a wall of force across the entrance, So you got all the time in the world to get up that 100-footer ramp.
You're cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
How long does that wall last? For
all of 4 round per level. So yeah, okay, it wouldn't be quite as good as I thought. It'd be
No.
like a minute and a half. Tops.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
So you go a couple of 100 feet.
well, I
You
mean,
should be,
if
you should be
if
on by
they're,
then.
does anyone know? Are they like other giants? Can they only see like a certain range in the dark? Like, are we fine to sneak in at night or whatever?
A bloody good question, and someone who has knowledge nature could make that roll, I think.
And that would probably be Nazar.
Yeah, well, certainly, Von Aston, you think so, but Naroke, you can confirm that yes, they cannot see in the dark.
Yeah, let's go up. Well, I mean, unless they've got slaves like the other giants had, like
exactly,
the wolves
yep.
or whatever.
Fire giants themselves, without other forms of adjustments.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, shall we hunker down until she goes dark and then try?
Yeah, I reckon it'd probably be worth it.
All right, we'll give that a shot.
Although
You
you guys are still, I don't know, unless someone can silence the group again and we can get up there that way.
If
Yeah.
I can, if you cast silence on the rock again, I can sort of invisibly fly over them and drop it on them.
The duration is 1 round per level, so it's short.
Same
Again?
issue.
Yeah, so I mean, even sneaking up at night, you guys are going to be like, bang, bang, clang.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Territy's got D-Door.
How far can
And
they
I'm
go?
looking at Dolgren and
500
Baron.
foot from memory.
Yeah. We know our limitations.
Terradicio.
Oterity.
Yeah.
D-Door range. 500?
No. Way longer. It's like way longer. 40 foot per level. So 4.
So, yeah, it would be 520 now.
Plus 400 feet.
Oh, plus 400. So, yeah, it can literally D-Door up behind them.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So
How about I
So we'll
scout-
do it during the day when you can see that far, I guess. Oh, whatever.
But how about I do the flying scout to make sure there isn't 30 of them sitting just inside the tunnel?
It's probably smart before we
Yeah.
teleport
Commit.
up there and-
Then I can message just... Yeah, so message will go over 230 foot. So then I can whisper a message back.
Yeah.
To you guys. Sweet. We got the plan. Is there a map or no map or?
Well, there will be. I mean, at this point, it probably doesn't matter. If you're flying up Von Aston, you'll see a cave mouth. In fact, I'm just gonna. That went to everyone, didn't it? I think.
Deep pit has rough edges crumbling into the depths of the mountain. The western end has a large ramp made of huge, flat stones leading to the floor of the pit. On the eastern edge of the ridged pit floor is a cave entrance blocked by an iron portcullis.
Okay.
And I messaged that back to everyone. So how many guards are up here?
You can make a perception roll. There's none in this initial cave.
Okay.
You see 3 fire giants in the area beyond the portcullis, which is a roughly at points at least it starts out as 10 feet wide, but probably is wider at other points. But they're behind the portcullis, which is down.
Okay. The portcullis is fucking down.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've got nothing that will be effective to get rid of a portcullis, unless I've got a scroll or something. Ooh! Transmute rock to mud. I need to look at the spell up.
Yeah. What have I got going?
Up to 2 10-foot cubes per level, so I can do 260 cubic foot. Turns natural or uncut or unworked rock into an equal volume of mud.
Yeah, just do it up the top and just have
around the portcullis.
Exactly. And make it all God Almighty smashing, banging sound and fall down the hill.
Alrighty. We ready to do that?
Yeah.
I invisibly wave them up the slope.
All right.
Until you guys are close-ish. And then I use the transmute rock to mud around the portcullis and that type of area to dislodge it.
Wait, why aren't we dimension dooring in? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, we can detour straight past there, can't we?
Yeah.
So, Ashton, does that give you an idea?
It's all black, so not really.
Because you don't have a light source, yes, but there are lights in there. So
I have dark vision because I regularly cast dark vision on myself. Ah, there it is.
So it is good. You can see.
Yeah, I can see. Am I meant to be able to see all the way to them?
So that is where you've come from, down that arrow. The portcullis is in front of you here, that way. And perhaps because the portcullis is, I will open it just so you can see, because clearly you can see through it. They are the giants.
Okay.
So you'd have to decide. I mean, message yes, you could tell them to come up, and then what you're going to do. And if they come up, I'm going to place them. You tell me where you're. I guess you're invisible, so they don't know where to stop. And it would be hard. You're going to have to tell me when they get to here, I'm going to cast the spell.
Yep.
If that's what your plan is to do.
I head back to the group, and I guess we go down the D-door route and just D-door in beyond the portcullis. That seem like a good idea? Mid?
Sure thing.
Now,
Do you have multiple of them? Like if we go in,
I can get
if we go in and get in the shit, then
we can get out. Good.
I can teleport once more today. If it really hits
okay,
bad.
cool.
Don't they just look like bigger barrels?
Somewhat. Just note with Dimension Door, though, is yes, you pick a spot, but if you don't know where that spot is, it could be in the middle of rock.
No, wrong. D-door is different to teleport.
Absolutely, but you still have to know a location. If you don't know the location, where are you going to end up?
It's like
you can't say, send me to a vacant space somewhere over there.
No, But you're traveling along with it, so you choose the spot when you get there, within the distance of the spell. You're not actually picturing the spot. Otherwise, it's just another short-range teleport.
Yeah, but there's no chance of rooting it up, is there?
No, that's right. So you're traveling along with the spell, and that's when you decide to stop the detour. You're like, bang, there.
Yeah, it says whether by simply visualizing, so that would mean you'd need to know, or stating direction.
Yeah, and on that direction you go, okay, this is where I want to stop, and you just stop. It's like riding a train, basically, and choosing where you stop.
Yeah. Well, we can look at that. Noting it's 10:30, we will end it there, and then we can clear the plans up next week. Thank you all for a sort of an end of Book 4. This is the start of Book 5, the Anvil of the Fire Giants. And we will hopefully see all of you next week.
How many books are there?
6. So it's all standard adventure path stuff.
Sweet.
I think, actually that's not true. Some of the mini ones might be less, but I think most of them, I don't know whether Pathfinder 2 is the same, but
no,
they're all sort of
varied.
Oh, varied, yep.
I'm looking forward to finding out what Bigglesworth's plan was.
Well, he's a slip